Welcome back to Chow Time Pod. It's your host, Red. I got a video today from Shaq Reacts. To a mom with high standards gets rejected. Please like spread them below. I really appreciate that. Let's get Chow. It's Chow time.
Hey, Mom.
Oh my God, stop. She knows I'm single, just trying to, get that D. Can I get your number?
Wow. That is horrible. This is quite horrible to be using your kid and even saying these things in front of your kid.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Shaq Reacts here once again, and today's some crazy clips of the worst single mothers I can find. Like always, guys, my favorite clip will be at the end, but in this first one, it is absolutely insane. This single mother does this with her daughter on date night.
Alright, so just a short video of me dropping my kid off at the 24-hour daycare at like 10 p.m.
Do you know about what time you'll be picking up?
I'm not sure. Probably like...
Oh my goodness. Did she just say, I don't know? And you're dropping your kid off at a 20? The priorities of women nowadays is not kids anymore, guys. Nor is it family. It's just to get wet and wild.
In an hour or two.
Closes right at 12.
Okay. She won't be here that long. Now, they advertise that they be open 24 hours, but they actually don't. They be open until like 12, and it's fine, because I literally picked her up at 11:55 after telling him she won't be here that long. But it was cool, because there was like 20 other kids there, and they had like a glow-in-the-dark party. So it's a win for both of us. I get a break from her, and she actually enjoys going.
Now, to be honest, guys, I'm not even sure why they call it a daycare when it's mainly used at night. Second, she said that her daughter was with a bunch of kids, but if I look back, she was the last one to get picked up there. This single mother doesn't have a priority straight. Once you have a daughter like this in your life, enough for the dates, enough with the fun, and stop partying around. You have a responsibility.
A lot of women, you could have had a good man. You didn't want him because he was a cornball. You go, you mess around with a bozo, have a baby by the bozo, and after you have a baby by the bozo, now all of a sudden you want to spin the block to the nigga that you didn't want to begin with. There are, and I'm not saying all, but there are a lot of single mothers who go after weak men. A lot of women will tell you all day, oh, being a stepdaddy is honorable. And a lot of them, they know damn well that man ain't gonna get nothing out of it. They know damn well that they can up and leave, take half of his income, get alimony, depending on if they are able to swindle him into legally adopting the children. They can put him on support. In certain states, you don't even have to put them. You don't even have to have the man legally adopt him. If you can prove that he played a father figure role, you can put that man on child support. Men decide to take on responsibilities that are not theirs. They're taking a very big risk. Me personally, because I can only speak for me, I do not see how it's worth it.
Now, this woman said a bunch of important stuff, and I've said it on my channel before, but you guys should definitely listen closely, because why a woman is saying it. She's been in the game. She hears it from her friends, the people that she's around. She's seen men get their lives completely ruined by women who are just like this. I never
Remember, the conversations they have with each other is much more maniacal in a sense than they're actually willing to say in public sometimes. Can you imagine some of the things they tell each other? Oh yeah, I fucked this guy, or I did this with this guy, and I screwed this guy over, and the girls are just like, get your bag, girl.
never really say on my channel that men should avoid single mothers. But the sad part about this all is, only the weak men get targeted, like the simps or the guys that don't get much attention. And these single mothers get the last laugh.
I wouldn't imagine anything, because you're not even on a caliber to date a single mother. You
ever hear a guy saying like, oh, you have a child, or oh, I don't want nothing to do with that. They probably don't have the means to take care of your child because they're broke bums and we don't want those.
The average modern man is not worthy enough to date a single mother. You must have your stuff together in order to qualify to raise another. Do you have your stuff together to be raising another? Or are you just a broke, dusty, musty, crusty looking for provisioning?
Men anyway. The real true high value men are going to be seeking or not avoiding someone because they're a mother.
Notice how she switchly changed what she said from seeking to just not avoiding, because she fully understands that high-valued men are not seeking these women. But trust me, they are definitely avoiding them, because why would they go for a single mother? I'm not talking bad about these single mothers and their children. I'm just asking a very good question, which is, why would they choose you versus anyone else? And they still have yet to explain that.
I want to talk about something that's kind of taboo, and I want men to weigh in on this, and that is sleeping with men on the first date. So women are told our entire lives, don't sleep with you on the first date, or second or third, make you guys wait like at least a month. But in my experience, whenever I've had really long-term relationships, it's been guys that I've slept with pretty early on, because in my head, and this is just my theory and what I've learned, guys categorize you into girlfriend material or not girlfriend material.
She's not even saying anything of sustenance. I'm just entranced by, you know, the twins.
It's in at the first date that they meet you on. So when you meet a girl, you automatically know whether she's girlfriend material or
she's doing it on purpose. There's no reason for her to every single sentence.
Just like, I'm gonna sleep with you. So it doesn't really matter if you sleep with him the first night. If you were girlfriend material, you were always girlfriend material in his head.
Now guys, if she did it with you on the first date, she did it with everybody else as well. And this is a huge sign that you probably should avoid her. These men think, oh, she really likes me because she did it with me on the first date. No, bro. That's just the kind of person she is. And honestly, that's not the kind of girl you want to have in your life. A girl who is easy to go around and a girl who gave it up to everyone.
Well, it's not completely wrong that she's into you. Most girls, if they're not into you, they're not going to sleep with you on the first date. So she at least is somewhat into you.
For the single moms who are ready to fall in love again, this is for you. Ladies, set the standard high. Set the standard high, especially since you're a mom. Because it's not just about you anymore. It's about you and your kids. You deserve the most. I am on vacation right now with the love of my life, my soulmate. I'm in the bathroom and I'm like, there's a knock on the door, and then out comes these beautiful chocolates.
Yeah, that guy's a simp. I'm not sure what else to say. This woman is really trying to say that you should not only have high standards for yourself, but for your kids, because now they're also part of the pie. Why didn't you have higher standards for yourself before you got pregnant? You should have been selective with your men prior.
If you're broke when I meet you, you don't stand a chance. Because...
What's broke to you? What is defined broke?
You make less than double what I make.
Less than double.
Crazy.
Yes.
Okay.
It's not a shit ton.
Okay.
But you should be making double what I make. That being said, it's because I've held broke men down. I've been played by broke men. Okay. And personally, it doesn't...
If that's the case, then why don't you just ask for a man of equal status and income? Why do you need to hold him down? He's just as good as you. But no, you want double. Because you're a broke, dusty, musty, crusty.
And it is what it is. It's not hard to find someone who makes twice what I make. I personally attract people who make like a whole spectrum. That being said, if you are broke and I choose to deal with you, I will belittle you. It is what it is. And I reserve the right to do.
Cool. I will do the same. Any women that makes less money than me now, I will belittle them. And I will do the exact same thing that you're doing.
That. And also, if you want to cheat at your own risk. I'm apt to ghost you. And it is what it is because men who make more money than me, they treat me with that same power dynamic, right? Like, I know that...
So that's fair? You think that that's okay?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
But it's the way of life.
Women like financial stability.
Yes.
Men don't care about that because a lot of times men are always the breadwinner.
You date down.
80% of the time, men are the breadwinners, or they're at equal level at the same time. Men don't care about that. If a man meets a woman and she's struggling or she's going through something, if she has a good heart and we see the potential in her and she can...
If she has a good heart or if she has a fat ass.
No.
Now this woman said a bunch of BS, but especially the last point she just made about how the woman has to have a very nice body. If a woman has a hard time saying what she brings to the table...
I will gladly go down maybe even 5 points to get peace and a nice woman. She may be slightly overweight. She may not look the greatest. I'd rather deal with that than deal with someone that thinks that they're an 8 and walks around like they're a 10.
When all she pretty much brings up is her body and lustful things, then she is a 304. She's a street worker in my opinion. All she's gonna do for you is pretty much sleep with you, and that is all. That's not a good bargain, especially if you're paying and doing everything for her. And to be honest, these are the kind of women that end up complaining when men only want one thing from them. But that's how you just advertise yourself.
The fact that you messaged my mom and you told her that you wanted to take her out on a date, is that the or you wanted me to tell the
Dude, you're my baddest, so you can't blame me.
Why would you contact my mom?
Because their daughter didn't want me, so I had to level up.
Game is game. This guy got rejected and went to a woman who accepted him. Nothing wrong with that.
Now, we could all be completely honest for once. Who actually wants to be with anybody with kids, let alone somebody that has no kids at all? Because unlike many single parents, these people put in effort to make sure that they took preventative measures not have any kids that they were not ready for.
Correct.
So why would they want to take on the responsibility of somebody else's? Because even me being a single mother, if my son came up to me and told me that he was dating a woman with kids, we would definitely be having a talk.
Honestly, a round of applause for this woman who's actually taken accountability. This woman fully understands that instead of her being delusional, saying that she deserves a high-valued man even though she's a single mother, it's completely wrong to say. Not only that, also giving advice for her future kids, saying that they should also be avoiding single mother.
You are smarter than the other contestant.
If my brains are in my then no.
So you think I'm dumb just because I have big
Yes.
Well, I think you're stupid because you're short.
Well, I think you're dumb for spending $11,000 on your
Daddy did.
I don't have a dad.
Who's the real winner here? Great job, hot, taller than you.
Yeah, I am and dadless.
Once again, guys, if a woman only brings this to the table, which
they hate each other, guys. They hate each other.
Is just her body, that's not a wife. That's not someone you should have in your life permanently. That's just a 304. Honestly, I think the girl to the left is a better option just because she covers herself up.
You can't get over how big the birth control side effects paper is that you get with your prescription? Well, here's an idea your dad should have told you. Close your...
May God keep these women away from us, like honestly. I'm not sure who the baby daddy is, but I know he's not in her life anymore.
Hella kids while I have no kids, and you getting mad at me because I don't want to talk to you because you have kids while I have no kids. It's got to be a mental illness. Like, I'm not putting down anybody that got kids.
It's not a mental illness, to tell the truth. I think it's just they're desperate. Women are desperate. The only way for them to get out of this desperation, this brokenness, this dustiness that they always like to project onto us is to find a man. And the only way to find a man is to shame the men that don't want to date them, or else they're not going to find a man.
Kids whatsoever, man. If you got kids, I think that's a blessing. That's an amazing thing. But if I don't have kids and I want the person that I'm with to not have kids as well, so we can start a family at the same time together, and you get mad at me and you talk down to me, you think it's a problem because I don't want kids with you while you already have 5 kids, I don't know, mental illness. Like, that don't make sense. It doesn't. I don't understand how we're going to try to make that one make sense. And it's like people be leading with emotion so much to the point where, like, they don't take into account, like, I'd never talked down on you for having kids. I just said I don't want to have kids with you or be with you because you have kids already. Now, 1 or 2, you know, all right, you know, I done played stepdaddy before. I done did that, you know what I'm saying? But before that reason, because I played stepdad before, I know that's really not something I'm trying to do again. I didn't really like it when I did it the first time. You know, it really wasn't that bad, and I was real young when I did it. But, like, that's not something I would really do again. So the facts you have about 5...
Men have learned, and they're learning slowly. Some are learning from all of our videos and all of our mistakes. I'm glad you guys are learning. We fucked up.
5 of those chicken nugget eating motherfuckers running around, and you want me to play stepdad to them, and all of the stepdads are actually still in their lives? That's insane. Mental illness.
Yeah, having 1 to 2 kids is already bad, but having 5, not only that, with 5 different men who are still in your life is a totally other story. At that point, you just gotta look at your situation and realize it is completely your fault. There's no way you messed it up with 5 men or ended up choosing 5 horrible men consecutively. At that point, give up trying to find a new guy and try settling down with one of those baby daddies, because I can promise you no guy's trying to stay around and be the 6th.
Be out here creating super in their mind. They don't even be looking at the nigga in front of them. Think it's a unicorn with long dick, a lot of money, and a weekend house, and this nigga poetry and draw, and he a thug, and he fight, and lift weights, and eat pork.
And where's the suit?
Yeah, these women are just absolutely delusional. They're making up these fairy tale guys in their head, and they think that these guys somehow exist. But if they do exist, trust me, they're not going for you.
Question for you. Do you think men or women get over breakups easier?
Women.
Women, why?
Because guys don't like they don't process their emotions until like after. They just go fuck around, and women process their emotions first.
So women are the ones who are gonna take a step back and be alone and focus on themselves, whereas men are gonna leave the relationship and
be sluts.
But do you think it's easier for a man or a woman to, you know, get somebody?
Men.
How so?
I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Do you think that if you didn't talk to any one of these men right here and showed interest, they wouldn't want to go home with you?
Oh yeah, I think women have like the right, like if they say yes, like a man will go with you, but like if you say no, like they won't get, like a guy won't get anyone.
So that would mean that men would get rejected more, no?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't talk to anybody.
Now, this woman said a bunch of things that were just strictly incorrect. The fact that men get more attention than women and it's so much easier for men to sleep around is just absolutely...
Again, women, especially at that age, they don't have to think about these things, nor will they think about these things. It's just a sad reality of our society. We don't instill importance of family, not sleeping around, and all these things to our younger generation. They're completely lost. They think, polyamory is the normal thing nowadays.
Absolute BS. We've seen time and time again how easy it is for a woman just to sleep around. They pretty much control that situation. But when it comes down to, I guess, who heals faster, I would definitely say men have a harder time healing because, well, we don't get that much attention. A woman gets attention constantly on her phone. New replacements for these guys that she ended up breaking up with pretty much instantly the moment she goes outside. While for men, we have to earn our value and it's strictly harder.
If he mentions Kevin Samuels or the Passport Bros, and if he's not making fun of them, it's a red flag.
Stop the cat. Yeah, this woman seems like she fits the picture perfectly. Sounds like she's projecting.
Hater
3 is when she never posts you. So say you've been hanging out with a girl for 3 or 4 months. You guys are doing activities together, maybe getting brunch, and she's posting it on her story, but she's blatantly not having you in it. Like, that's a red flag. The 2 reasons are, A, she's talking to another guy and doesn't want him to find out about you, or 2, she has a lot of guys in her DMs and she likes the validation. Yeah, you want a girl who's proud to be with you, not who's trying to hide you.
Now, this woman is making a ton of sense, but I'll have to say this as well. If your girl is posting a lot while she's with you, and you're not in any of the posts, she's posting for someone else's attention, and she's clearly not trying to lose her backups.
Oh my God, stop. She knows I'm single, just trying to, get that D. Can I get your number?
For what exactly?
Just
That was a good rejection. For what?
single mom out here. Just
I have a girlfriend, sorry.
what?
I have a girlfriend.
Sorry, what? I don't hear lies, but
I do have a girlfriend.
oh, okay. Oh, he said no.
Now, first off, I really did hate these kind of trends where they just approach random people trying to get a good reaction out of them. But now you're involving kids. Like, now you're just making it much worse. But anyways, let me know what you guys would do if a woman like this approached you, because it does wrap it up, guys. Thank you so much for watching.
Any woman approaching me in some way, shape, or form like that, I'm almost positive I know there's going to be a camera, so I'm going to reject her the most harsh way possible. Why? Because I know I'm on camera. Please extract them. I really appreciate that, and I get you guys next time. Ciao.